Hi, today I harvested basil from my garden and purslane, and I never knew what purslane was. I've always pulled it out like it was a weed in the garden, but recently we went to go visit my cousin in Florida, and she sent me home with some seeds. And it's so funny, the place I decided to put the seeds in the ground in my garden turned out to be the place where this weed was prolific. I just thought it was a weed, but this is called purslane. If you have it in your garden, it's low to the ground, and apparently it's really nutritious and really good. So I planted the seeds, and I was like, hey, what's that thing next to it? And I sent her a picture, and sure enough, it was the same thing that she had given me the seeds for. I've been pulling it out for years. It's nutty and a little bitter, but I looked up recipes for it, and it said to mix it with basil or some dandelion greens and make a pesto. So I've got some basil. I've got a ton of purslane instead of throwing it out now, and I use walnuts rather than pine nuts. Pine nuts are super expensive, and I like the taste of walnuts, so I'm gonna pause for a minute while I do some blending in the Cuisinart because it's gonna be really loud. So first I'm gonna put in some virgin olive oil, just coat the bottom of the Cuisinart, and I'm gonna throw in the washed basil and the washed purslane. I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, just comment down below. And my walnuts. Here we go. When it gets to, whoops, sorry about that. When it gets to like that texture, you're almost there. And if you saw, some of the leaves just weren't grinding yet. This is a super old Cuisinart, but it still makes me happy. I just push them down with a spatula and get going again. Oops. The blade jumped up. I'm going to push it down. I really can't wait to taste this. So you want it to have like a really kind of mushy consistency. And if you didn't put enough olive oil in it, you'll notice it'll look dry. And you really want those nuts ground up really, really well. And that's really good in there. Now, I'm going to take make sure that blade is down. I'm going to take my Pecorino Romano. I don't like Parmesan as much, and we're a Romano house, so I'm going to just free add that. For the amount of pesto I'm making, this is about how much. I'm not a measurer, I'm just a freehand cooker. You could add salt at this point, or you can wait. Another go around. And I want to show you what's happening. It's turning into a white cream. I'm just going to add a little bit more olive oil, then put it in a jar or a plastic bag and save it in the fridge till I'm ready for a nice pesto. You could eat it raw or heat it up. Wow, it's really good. It's a little bit nuttier and less bitter than just straight basil. It's been in my garden for free all this time. See you soon. Hit that like button if you like this. Tell me what else you want to know.